ladies and gentlemen, welcome, good afternoon, great to see you all here. We're gonna talk some bass with Mr. Victor Wooten. He just had a really nice bowl of carrot soup. We're all gonna do this together, right? So if you have a question for Mr. Wooten, you can ask it. In English, yeah, in English. I'll do a short introduction, and after that, then the floor is yours. So there won't be a mic in the room, so please speak out loud if you want to ask him something. Well, I was thinking, how do you introduce Victor Wooten? I mean, a man with a career. He played with huge jazz cats like Chick Corea, and you name them all, huh? Plenty, Branford Marsalis, Prince, Whitney Houston, of course, Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. Everybody probably knows that band. Well, I was just thinking, to make it easy for myself and Mr. Wooten, how would you introduce yourself? I'll give you a microphone.
Cool. Yeah.
Check. Yeah. To introduce myself, what I want to be most is a good person. Yeah. Our mother, you'll meet my brothers tonight. Our mom would say, excuse me. Our mom would tell us when we were kids, what does the world need with just another good musician?
Oh.
She said, we have plenty. She said, what the world needs are more good people. And I believe she was right. And so to me, it doesn't matter what you do. Playing music is what I do. It's not who I am. Right? I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I own a dog. You know, music is what I do. So I want to be a good person first, and then bring my goodness to what I do. Because when it becomes the time where I can't play, like maybe during the pandemic, we couldn't work. Many musicians were lost. And it was because if you define yourself by what you do, and what you do is taken away from you, you feel lost. I don't mean to be offensive, and I apologize if I sound this way, but I was not lost during the pandemic. I was happy.
Happy even?
Happy because I could be home with my kids.
And the dog.
With the dog. You know, on this trip I have my wife with me, which is nice, and all of our kids are grown. They're out of the house, living life, or in school. But if I was a musician first, I would have been lost, and many of my friends were. But be a good person first. The short story is what my mom said. Be a good person first.
Yeah.
A few words of wisdom from Mr. Wooten. I forgot to ask, who is Mrs. Wooten. Who is a bass player? Wow. Who's the partner of a bass player?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Who is a musician in here but not a bass player? Raise your hand if you're a musician. Keep your hands up. I'm asking a question for you, and I want the bass players to listen. Let's say, I'm going to talk, this is an older gentleman in the blue. You? Can you speak English? Yeah, thank you. If you have a gig tomorrow and you want a bass player, what are you looking for in your bass player? If you want to hire a bass player for tomorrow, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for
Feel. Somebody else that's not a bass player, what are you looking for? Connection. What else? Who's not a bass player?
Somebody who's showing up.
Who's showing up. And probably on time. Right? You're not a bass player. Yes.
somebody that has good rhythm and tempo.
Good rhythm and tempo. Give me two more. Yes. Good storytelling. Groove. Groove. Okay, check this out. Nobody said double thumbing. I need someone who can tap, who can play fast, who can spin the bass around their neck. Here's the mistake. Bass players learn how to play bass from other bass players. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I'm talking fast and I hope you understand. We learn to play bass from other bass players. Bass players don't hire bass players. Those people do. So when you learn from only bass players, we learn a lot of stuff they don't want. They want simple things. Just groove. Just show up.
Be on time.
I mean, and they're serious. I'm serious, really serious about it. So really think about that. If I say nothing else worthwhile today, remember that. Be a good person and give what people want, which is not how good you solo. It's not about your solo, how many techniques you know. It's simple stuff. And because it's so simple, we don't practice it. And wonder why we don't have gigs.
You said, Mr. Wooten, you're playing here with your brothers.
Brothers, yeah.
3 of them. And I read that they taught you so much
They taught
when it
me
comes
everything.
to music.
Yeah.
So can you specify that?
Sure, I'm the youngest of 5. We lost one brother in 2010. Unfortunately, he was Rudy, played saxophone. He played 2 at a time, like Rotterdam and Kurt. As long as I can remember, he was our horn section, playing harmony. True story is when I was born, my brothers needed a bass player. So I became the bass player right away. My earliest memory, I was 2. Reggie taught me to play bass. Reggie will be playing guitar tonight. Reggie also taught Joseph how to play keyboards. Joseph is next to the youngest, next to me. He's 3 years older than me. So when I was 2, Joseph was 5. By the time, I was 2, Joseph was 5. Reggie, the oldest, was only 10. Only 10. But he knew how to teach. And he didn't teach by, oh, that's wrong. Go practice, do it again. No, you don't tell a baby they're wrong when they say the wrong word. You learn their way. You start saying it wrong too. You make whatever they say work. Whatever I played, my brothers made it work. One of the first things I remember Reggie teaching me was how to play one note in rhythm. Doom, 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 doom. He didn't tell me what note it was. Just play it in rhythm. And we were living in Hawaii. He would get the ukulele. Roy would be on the drums. Rudy was blowing through a straw. Right? And I'm going, doom, doom, on a toy, doom, 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 doom. And Reggie's going, doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna wait till the midnight. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going, boom, 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 boom. But check it out. I'm learning to play music inside the music. Not outside looking in. Not, okay, you gotta learn this technique, you gotta wait before you can play. I played the first day. Don't you let your kids talk? Or do you tell your babies to go practice? You're not good enough yet, you're a beginner. No. It's funny because you know how silly it is. But we accept it in music. It's horrible. I got to play the first day. Literally, we played a concert the second day.
For whom?
The neighborhood. It was in our front yard, but everybody came and we performed. Right? When you're learning to talk, you don't practice in a room by yourself. No one tells you to do that. You talk. I learned to play by playing. It's the best way, with people. I was 2 when I can remember. The time I was 5, we opened for Curtis Mayfield, War, The Temptations. We were part of I was 6, maybe 7, when we were part of Curtis Mayfield's Superfly tour. We were the opening band. It's a few short years, not because I'm good. It's because my teacher, Reggie, was good. He knew how to do it. Can't you speak your language by 5? Yes?
Yep.
Why can't you play music at 5? You can, but we teach it wrong. We make it hard. We tell you that you're wrong every time you mess up. Who would continue if I'm wrong all the time? I never heard wrong. Never heard it. So I learned to play through freedom. And that's why I'm the player, good or bad. That's why I play like me. Right? I don't sound like Jocko, Marcus, Stan. I sound like me. In the same way, when you talk, you don't sound like anyone else. Everyone knows who your voice is. You know what your voice is. It's because you learned through freedom, not right or wrong. I was lucky to have the best teachers, and tonight you'll get to meet them.
So you were 6 when you were opening for Curtis Mayfield, but how
Yes.
old was your oldest brother?
8 years older, 14.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
But how did that come about? It sounds...
If you can
Insane.
speak a language, music is a language.
Okay, that was, yeah.
Yeah, but we were doing it together. So from 2, when I can remember, by the time I was 6, 4 years, that's a long time. You know, and bass, I just play one note.
Yeah.
So who has a question? I think, oh, man in the front.
Yes, couple of comments first. It feels surreal because I've been watching you since the early 2000s when I got a copy of the Bass Day 98.
Bass Day 98, yes.
Yeah, and so the reason I wore the Tool shirt is I saw in one of your recent Instagram videos that you met Justin Chancellor.
Yeah. I've known Justin Chancellor, the bass player for the band Tool,
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah.
But I only saw a live show last year for my first time.
And just would like to say thank you for the group workshop because I think it's one of those first, if not the only DVD lessons that's not focusing on the scales
Right.
or
Right.
so. For me, as someone in between hobbyist, enthusiast, and semi-professional, not really a professional basis, that was really important because I never learned
Thank you.
music,
Yeah.
Formally.
You learn music, but not formally.
not formally.
Right.
Yes. So that was really, really
That's
helpful.
the way.
My question is, how old is this Fodero bass? And is this the one that you've been using since? And I have a follow-up question, sorry.
Okay, so he was talking about a video that I put out called Groove Workshop,
Yeah.
which I think is a really good video because it's not just talking about notes.
Yeah.
Notes are important, but everybody's talking about it. And people can talk about notes better than me. But they don't call what we do the note section. They call us what?
The rhythm section.
Yeah, so, right. So where's the rhythm exercise? Where's the rhythm theory? Not just what beat to play, but how to be in a rhythm section. If you're playing a blues with a jazz band and there's 3 saxophone players, should I support each solo the same? No, because if I do, the audience will be sick of the 3rd solo. They'll be tired of saxophone. If I'm playing with you, they won't be. I know what to do. It's just because I've played a long time. But why not teach people what to do? How to be in a rhythm section? There are 0 lessons for it. And that's sad to me. So I focused on other things and let other people talk about the notes because they're good. I'll never be as good at notes. But the other stuff, I know what I'm talking about. And that's what gets me higher. And that's what'll get you higher too. Right? I'll have to just play one note. And it can be the wrong note. And you'll still like it. It sounds funny, but it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this bass, I don't remember how old. This is number 3 of 3 yin yangs that I've used. Well, no, it's number 2 of yin yangs. My first Fodera from '83 wasn't the yin yang. It was just a curly maple top, and I kind of retired that one. I got another yin yang, and I put a whammy bar on it, a Kaler whammy bar. And after quite a few years of spinning it and cracking the neck and having it fly across, you know, I retired that one. And this is what I've been playing for, I don't know, maybe I don't know, 20 years? I don't know.
So this is the legendary
For me, it's just, you know, people will think of it as legendary, but this is what it really sounds like. Listen. It's sort of like when you get dressed every day, you put on something that makes you feel comfortable. so that you can be the best you. Okay, sometimes I have to wear a suit and be uncomfortable for the situation. That means sometimes I'll play a different bass. Might be a 5-string or a fretless or an upright bass. I'm not comfortable, but if the situation asks for it, I need to be ready. I need to have a suit in my closet when it's needed. But if I want to be the most comfortable, I'm gonna play this, because I know that I make music. The instrument doesn't. So I make sure I find an instrument that makes me feel the most comfortable. My main goal is to forget that the instrument's there. If I have a speaker company that I use, I want to forget it's there. You know, imagine wearing shoes that are uncomfortable and you look great, but you can't even focus because everything hurts. And I want to be so comfortable that this disappears. I want it to disappear for me and for you, because nobody paid to see this. They paid to see this and to feel this. But if my focus is here, I won't be as true as you paid for me to be. So don't worry about the name of the bass, how much it costs. Find an instrument that makes you feel like the most comfortable, so that you can be you. That's who the world is waiting for, you, not a bass.
So how important is having your own instrument? Like, would you cancel a gig if it become broken because of
You don't care what I play. The question is, how much is the instrument worth? Like would I if I didn't have my bass, would I cancel the gig? Like, if the bass didn't show up at the airport today, would I? No. Because you don't care what I play. I could play a gig on that bass, that acoustic hollow body bass right there, and I'd have you running out to buy an acoustic hollow body bass. Okay, it sounds like, whoa, Virgil, my friend. Oh man, good to see you. Holly is here somewhere.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about you the whole time. It's so excited to be here and see you.
Who's
This is
Virgil?
a
Tell
great
us.
guy. Virgil, I first met, I run music camps in Tennessee.
Okay.
And he came quite a few times maybe.
Yeah.
But more than that, he's just the best guy. I mean, you look at him smile. Look at that. You fall in love with this guy right away. But now you're running your own school, teaching kids and things now, right? Really nice, impressive what he's doing. Just a good guy. What were we talking about?
The question was if your bass would not, if you, yeah,
Okay,
play a
yes,
gig
I
on-
could play, literally, I could play this bass tonight, and all you bass players will be running to get one. Okay, thinking that it's the bass. It ain't the bass. So I would try to find a bass as close to this as possible so that I'm comfortable. I might even get a bass and make some adjustments in the truss rod and the action. I might even put my strings on it, so it feels more comfortable. But it doesn't matter what happens. I'm gonna put on a good show, and you're gonna love it. Okay? That's just the confidence I have in myself. It's not bragging. For me, it's the truth. It doesn't make me better than you. I don't think of myself as better than anybody. If somebody wants you on if Virgil wants to hire you for his record, he can't hire me to be you. So you're the best at you. I'm the best at me. The difference is, I know who I am, and I know I'm great. And it's not egotistical to say it. It's the truth. How long you been playing?
almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years. Are you a good bassist?
Yeah, bassist. Yes.
Okay, that's the answer. It's rare that I ever hear somebody say yes that strongly and confidently. I don't have to hear him play. I'd hire him. Most of us will say, well, you know, I'm okay. But imagine going to the doctor, right? Your mother needs an operation, and you go, hey, doctor, are you a good doctor? Oh, well. Exactly. Exactly. So why make your audience why try to make your audience believe something you don't even believe? Okay, it starts with you. And when you know who you are, the rest of the world will follow. Trust me on that. I learned this as a kid from my parents.
Yeah. You've never been insecure?
Yes, but not with music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay, what's your first language?
Dutch.
Okay, you speak English so well. Dutch. Have you ever been insecure with Dutch?
No.
Bingo. Why? Because you have nothing to prove. Dutch is about saying what I feel. It's not about Dutch. Right? We make music about music. It ain't about music. It's about expressing myself with this language called music. And who can do it, express you better than you? So if you want to judge anything, judge, are you being honest with what you say? Of course, I would play bass without you. I don't have a career playing bass without you. So a big part of it is wanting to please you. But what I found is that if I please myself first, meaning be 100% me, people like it. So I get to be me. That's what the world's waiting for. They're not looking for another Jocko, another Stanley, another Marcus, another Ray Brown. They're looking for the first you. And that's why you like any hero that you have, Stanley, Marcus, Jocko, you like them because they sound like them. Well, you already have that. Most of us won't claim it. I learned to claim it when I was in single digits. So no, musically insecure, oh, let me change that.
Okay.
Overall, no. But I'm dealing with a condition right now called focal dystonia. And it's a weird condition I hope you never even hear about again after today. It's a thing that my brain causes my hand, when I go towards the bass, it causes these fingers to curl into a ball. They don't want to move. For some reason, my hands are fine until I pick up the bass. So there's something deep inside my unconscious psyche that's shutting it down. So yes, there's a little bit of insecurity now because my brain is strong, but my hands don't want to do what my brain is telling. And so I'm dealing with that.
Yeah.
Overall, I know I'm going to play a good show. People aren't going to notice, but I'm not afraid to talk about it. But yes, there is some insecurity with this condition, absolutely.
And I read that you've had this condition since like 25 years or something?
About 25 years
Yeah.
ago, but I didn't know
But
what it
not
was.
until recently, yeah, it's been bothering you.
No, it's been bothering me the whole time. I
Okay.
just didn't know.
Oh.
I just knew that my technique was changing. There were things I was going for, headed towards, that I wasn't able to complete. But it wasn't until it was either just after the pandemic or just before, I can't remember, where a guy heard me talking about it at dinner. And he said, it sounds like you have focal dystonia. I was like, what is that? He explained it. I wrote it down. We had dinner and I went back to my hotel and I researched it. And I spent about the next 3 hours looking at videos and saying, wow, this is totally it. There's a name. And that night, I would think about the bass and this hand would curl. Just at the thought. I could not bring my hand to my arm and do this. I'd bring my hand up and these fingers would curl. So it let me know right away it's a brain thing,
Yeah.
not a muscle thing. But all the doctors I went to were giving me physical exercises, stretches, back stretches, testing the nerves from my brain to my hands, all fine. But my wife found a woman in Spain who's dealing with it from here.
Okay.
So even doing this on my arm is a big difference. But you'll see me play tonight. A lot of it's with one finger, or you'll see my hands curl up. But I don't let it stop me because I play heart. I play music more with my heart than with my hands. So if I have one finger, we're still going to have a good show. Thank you. But is it frustrating? Yes. And can I be insecure? Absolutely. Especially depends on who I see in the audience.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I got a chance to play upright bass for a week with Chick Corea, which
Yeah.
I don't do.
No.
Right? But for whatever reason, he wanted me to do it at the Blue Note during the celebration of his 75th birthday. Wanted me to play upright bass. I'm setting up on stage, and I see Ron Carter in the audience.
Yeah.
So I can say I don't get insecure. But my mom would always say, don't ever say what you're not going to do, because that's your first step towards doing it. Right? As soon as I say I'm never insecure, that right person will show up in the audience and I'll go, oh no. Marcus is here, Stanley's here, you know. So yeah, anybody can be insecure, but I don't let it stop me.
It reminds me a bit of Django Reinhardt, the gypsy guitarist who didn't lose 2 fingers in the fire, but he couldn't use them, and he still played like the devil.
Still play,
yeah.
absolutely. I've seen people play with their feet after losing their arms.
Exactly, yeah.
And bass, one note.
Well, you did a performance for the neighbors when you were 2 with only
2,
1 note,
yeah,
so
absolutely.
we know you can do this.
Do
Anybody else?
Victor, I really appreciate your perspective on honesty
Yeah.
being what sounds good and not making it about the music, rather about what comes out of you personally.
Sure. To me, that's first.
Yeah.
It's all important, but what's first is who you are.
Yeah, and I think that's such an important thing to prioritize.
Thank you.
What advice would you give not just bassists but musicians who are trying to find their own voice musically and avoid falling into the traps of the scales, the phrases that you just have
Sure.
but make it sound more organic?
Right. No one in this room, more than likely, has ever been told to find your speaking voice. Because we know it's not about how your voice sounds, it's what you have to say. And one of the smartest people, who's that guy that was in a wheelchair, didn't even have a voice?
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking. Who cares what his voice sounds like? Right? It's what he has to say that changed the world. So there are people like Bob Dylan or Mick Jagger or James Brown, you can't understand anything they say. And if any of them was on The Voice or American Idol, they wouldn't go far. But the world is different. Simply because they knew who they are and they shared that with the world. Because there's a part of you, the realness of you is attracted to the realness of someone else. It really is. And that's what the world is looking for. Not a copy. Not fake. Right? And there are a lot of fake artists out there, and I'm not saying that's bad. My wife's an actor. Her job is to be fake. So there's a place for that. But the greatest actors bring who they are to the role. They bring their realness even to their fakeness. So I've seen some artists who are so real that they can be not who they are in a real way. That's another conversation. But there are some of us that are just doing what we know will sell. We're saying things we don't believe to get a lot of likes. And I'm not saying that's wrong. I am saying it's not me. I'd rather have a smaller audience who accepts me. Then I never have to change. I never have to be careful. I just have to be me. That's just me. So, for those looking for your voice, stop looking. You already have it. No one's ever told you to find your speaking voice. They just say, keep talking. Just keep talking. It's what you have to say that's more important. And if you have a monotone voice like Stephen Hawkins, or James Brown who screams and can't understand anything, or Mick Jagger who walks around like a chicken, you know. If you be you, we have a show in America, I don't know if it's still on, called American Idol. Okay? There was a guy on there, his name was William Hung, I think.
Oh, he was viral.
Say it again?
He was viral early 2000s.
He was totally viral. Viral?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know why? He was so bad. But he was bad in a way no one had been bad. He was so originally bad that he got 2 record deals. I'm not making this up. So being original is powerful. You don't even have to be good.
What did this guy do? I don't
Sing.
know him.
You
Singing.
want to call it that, yeah. But he had a Christmas record called Home for the Holidays. But he was originally bad. He was honest. He thought he was singing.
Okay.
But, but the main thing is, what I suggest you to do is find out what your voice is. Right? How many people have transcribed basses or any instrument, transcribed somebody's solo or bass parts? Yeah, a lot of us. They tell us to do that. How many people have transcribed your own solos or bass parts? Just a few of you. No one tells us to do that. They teach us to be like other people first, and then they tell you to go find your own voice after we taught it out of you. You started with your own voice. Right? But we tell you to be good, you have to learn what other people do. So I say recognize what your voice is. This is what Reggie would do to me when I was a kid. When I started working on different types of things, Reggie would say, that's yours. Nobody's doing that. Learn that. Work on that. That's you. He would point out to me that this is something that only you have. And now they're teaching it in schools. Stuff I was doing as kids, as when we were kids. If you hear my brothers tonight, you'll find out quickly that none of my brothers play like anybody else. Totally their own. But we've always been that way. Our whole thing with our parents was to know who you are. Okay? Again, our parents didn't care what we did as a profession. They cared who we were first. If they could cultivate 5 honest, good, meaningful boys with good character, we could go do anything. They weren't worried about what we chose to do because they knew who we were bringing to it. Right? And Reggie, as a kid, was smart enough to know that the longevity was in music, meaning we could do it our whole life. Because all the brothers were good at sports, but you only get a small window. Your body can only do sports for a little while. Music forever. You're never too young or too old. So Reggie, for some reason, was that smart. And I had 4 superhero brothers. I just wanted to be like them. So whatever they did, I wanted to do. But again, knowing who you are, and this is not just music. This is something you work on every day. If somebody says something and it disturbs you, why? Why? It's not their fault. You're disturbed. You figure it out. What makes you happy? What makes you sad? What are you afraid of? These are things we need to figure out yesterday, right? And then bring that to the party. And you'll lose friends in doing it, but that might be a good thing. I would rather have a smaller audience and be me than to have to not be me to get a bigger audience.
Yes, yeah, guy with the hollow bass.
First of all, I want to thank you, Mr. Victor Wooten. It's my really biggest day. I'm from Mali, by the way.
Mali, yes.
My name is
Great
Jonathan
music.
Dambele. I came here especially because of you.
Thank you.
I want to really be thankful to the fact that you made it here. And I wanted to share a worry that I had first in 2012. When
A worry
yeah,
in
it's-
2012.
Yeah, but it's already passed. I started playing bass at the time. I thought I was practicing, but the day I saw your video with Steve Bailey playing
Yes.
Chick Corea, the day I decided to leave the bass. I didn't want to play bass anymore that day.
So you saw Steve Bailey and me with a group, a 2-bass group called Bass Extremes, and we were playing a song we wrote called A Chick from Korea.
Chick from Korea.
And that made you quit.
I didn't quit, but the night I went home.
So you blamed us.
I went home, I wanted to sleep the whole night. I couldn't sleep. The video kept popping up in my mind. I was somehow, some voice was telling me, either I stop, either I have to go.
Mhm.
It was a big fight inside me.
Yes.
The next day I went to buy a metronome. The big thing that I struggled with was, look, I want to be a bass player, but the level I saw, I don't think I'm gonna be a real bass player.
Mhm.
But later on, with your other video, you posted teaching how to start with and not with the chord, not this starting from the trash and being simple. That helped me quite a lot.
Yes.
Reason why? Can I shake your hand?
Absolutely. Thank you. Well, thank you for continuing to play.
Thank you.
Couple of things. Again, none of us hear somebody talk. Like one of my favorite speakers to listen to is Dr. Martin Luther King. As a kid, I just loved hearing. I felt something, but I didn't ever say, "Oh, man, he's so good, I'm going to quit talking." I'll never be able to talk. We don't do that. What is it with music and art that makes us feel like it's a competition? It's not. It's you saying what you want to say. But here's the thing, when people watch some of the things that I do, especially with Bass Extremes, which is Steve Bailey and me, two bass players, if I'm playing that melody on a chick from Korea's, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. People, bass players are listening to the melody. I'm not playing bass when I'm playing the melody. I'm playing keys or horn. I'm using a bass, but I'm not playing a bass roll. If you listen to what Steve's doing, it's doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. That's the bass part.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, we lose focus on all this circus stuff that no one will hire you for. Okay? If you want the circus stuff, you have to start your own band.
Because sometimes you're too, how to say, you have too much ambition. When you see somebody better than you, you feel like hypnotized sometimes.
You can. I didn't grow up that way.
Okay.
Okay? When I first heard Portrait of Tracy, which is a song by Jaco Pastorius with all harmonics, a great drummer named Billy Drummond, who I grew up with, lived around the corner, played that for me. I thought it was piano.
Really?
He convinced me it was bass. You have to remember, okay, I'm 61. I was alive when this stuff came out. I didn't hear it after. Nobody was doing that. Larry Graham, I was alive when he started it. We had to figure it out. How is he doing it? Now you just go online, you know. We didn't have that. But what I also didn't have was the fear that I couldn't do it. When Billy Drummond convinced me that this is a bass, my thought was, if he can do it, I can do it. Not ego. Well, no, it is ego. Ego really means not, most people think ego means I'm better than you, or you're better than me. No, ego means knowing who you are. Look it up in the dictionary. It means knowing your self-worth. So I already knew I'm as worthy as Jaco. I can't play like Jaco, but you're not going to pay to hear me play like Jaco. If there's a Jaco concert one night, and then on the same night there's a guy sounding like Jaco concert, you're not going to that guy sounding. You're going to see Jaco.
Definitely.
But I learned by learning Jaco. So, true story, I did not sleep until I learned Portrait of Tracy. Okay? I don't remember what year it was, 77, 75. That means I was in the 7th or the 5th grade. I did not sleep until I learned the whole song. That's who I was. If he can do it, I can do it. Okay?
It took you one night or more?
It took me a night.
One night.
One night. It was a long night. I'm serious, it was a long night.
No, I was going to, it took me 15 minutes, you know, I didn't.
No, it was a lot longer than 15 minutes. But there were 3 times where I can remember I did that. I did not sleep until I learned what this other bass player was doing. And one was Stanley Jordan, who, same guy, Billy Drummond, played me this recording, and the guy sounded like 2 guitar players. I'm like, well, it's 2 guitar players, they're both pretty good. He's like, no, this is one guy. One guy? Playing both parts? How's he doing? Oh, he's doing like this. Wow. So on his record, Stanley Jordan said he tunes his guitar on all fourths.
Oh.
All fourths. He doesn't go to the B, like a third, all fourths. So I got my brother's guitar, tuned it in fourths, and I stayed up until I learned one of his songs. I hadn't been tapping before, but I had the mentality, if he can do it, I can do it. And I just stayed up. I call it concentrated practicing. All right? The same way you can take a little bit of concentrated orange juice, put it in water, and you got 2 gallons. I did a day, and I advanced years. Right? That was my mentality of not, oh man, I'm going to quit. I'll never be that good. I'm like, I'm going to be this good tonight.
Thank you.
And I made it true.
Got it.
Yeah. I don't expect everyone to have that mentality, but I grew up with brothers that way. No one ever told me you can't do it or it's going to take this long. You want to learn to do it. So I did it.
Thank you.
And I talk, you'll hear all my brothers talk confidently. like this. I talk confidently because I believe it. And I've made it true. It's not because I'm better than anybody. I don't look at it that way. I can't be you, no matter how bad you think you are. I'm not good enough to be you. Right? You have something that no one else has, and the world is waiting for that. I'm lucky enough to have heard that at a very young age. And so I've lived with that confidence. It's not arrogance, but it is true.
But somehow you are a mentor of billion of people on this earth. Several million of people is watching what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're inspiring so many people and you are like a star for many people.
Well, knowing
It's
that I'm
sometimes
inspiring
difficult.
people, shouldn't I be aware of how I'm inspiring you? Shouldn't I be conscious of that?
Okay.
So I try to make sure I live in a life that's living a life that's worth following, worth imitating. If you're going to imitate me, I want to make sure I give you a good mirror to imitate. At least as best as I can. Yes, I make mistakes. You know, I'm human, but I know that a lot of people are watching what I do, so I want to do the best with it as possible.
I think the youngest person in the room has a question.
You really inspired me to learn bass.
Thank you.
I've been playing for around 6 months now.
You've been playing for 6 months. How old are you now?
11.
11, all right.
My question was, what's one thing you wish you knew about music when you were 11?
When I was 11, that's a great question. What's one thing I wish I knew more about music when I was 11? 11. I don't know how they do grades over here in America. What grade would 11 be? About 6th grade or so.
Yeah, something like that.
Grade 6.
6th grade. In the 6th grade, I still didn't know that playing bass could be a career. I thought I was going to be a fireman or a policeman. And I'm still glad I didn't know that. I was a little bit older when I found out I could just keep playing bass the rest of my life. So here's one thing I wish I had learned. 2 things. One is I wish I had learned to play piano. Because piano is a great roadmap for all of music. It's just laid out in a way. And what I found is the best improvisers almost on any instrument, but especially bass, people like that I just love, like Jocko Marcus, Stanley Clarke, who not just play bass lines, but can improvise. Even like a Paul McCartney, who's not known as an improviser, but if you look at his bass lines, they're so melodic. And he made them up. So even making it up is improvising, but you're improvising over time in slow motion. Right? You're composing your improv. Still improvising. You're making it up. He didn't read it and take somebody else. He's improvising slowly. And composing is composing is improvising slowly. Improvising is composing fast. It's both the same thing. But I would have learned to play piano. And it doesn't mean take lessons and learn to read Bach and Beethoven, but just learn your way around the piano. The other, I'm sorry?
I also play piano.
Okay, so you got
Check.
So remember me like in a few months when you're playing this festival and I'm sneaking in trying to, your bodyguards are kicking me out. I know. The other thing I would say, since you play piano, you're already doing it, but I wish I had started really focusing on music theory earlier. I don't know if I would have said by 11. I'm not quite sure yet. That might be too soon. I don't know. But my thought is don't focus on theory until you've played a lot. Okay? You don't learn to write and spell words until you've spoken a lot. Right? You don't learn what milk is by spelling it. And we try to teach you what B flat major is by spelling it first, play it later. That is so backwards. So backwards. Right? When Reggie first taught me that first song, it was a D. Okay? I know it's a D now. Back then, it was the James Brown key. He based it off of stuff I knew. I knew James Brown in and out. I knew what James Brown felt like. I didn't need to know this is a D and the key is minor, but it's Dorian minor. Too much. Make it feel like James Brown. Okay, let's go. One note, let's go. So that's a couple of things. Couple of things is I wish I had learned to play piano. And maybe I wish I had started with theory earlier than I did. Yeah, but I still say don't start on it too soon. You don't learn. I don't know how it is here, but in English you don't learn to read and write in the alphabet until you've been talking 5-6 years first. Right? Imagine trying to talk first. Trying to talk by learning alphabet and stuff. You'd be afraid to talk today, the same way many of us are afraid to play an instrument. But the way we learn to speak, to me, is the natural way.
We have 10 minutes left.
10 minutes.
And you did bring your
Sure.
bass guitar. So whether we want to do more questions or want to...
Yeah, here's the thing.
wanna
This is
hear
my
music.
thought. You know I can play.
But we want to hear
And the
you.
concert is tonight.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather give you,
Yeah. Okay,
I'll be
cool.
quick. And then if there's time, I'll play something for you.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wanted to get you on to that. When did you get into theory? Because I'm like 61 and I've been playing the theory.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm too late.
I got into what we call traditional theory much later. I've been doing music camps 26 years now. About 7 or 8, 10, close to 10 years into running camps. So that would be probably 15, 16 years ago. I started running a theory camp, music theory camp. And I started hiring the best people I knew who thought of it differently. And I'd sit in the back of the class and taking notes. So I really didn't get into it seriously until then. Now I started learning majors and minors. I bought books, and they were horrible. But that's me talking. It doesn't mean the books really were. It's all to me, olives are horrible. It doesn't mean olives are wrong. It's me. I don't like it. I didn't like these books. They were talking about diatonic semitones for pages, and I'm just confused. They were just talking about a half step, C to C sharp, and calling it a diatonic tom. Who calls it that? I'll never see that on a gig. Hey, move a diatonic semitone higher. Right? But what I found at my own camp is theory is easy. Can I give you an example? How many sharps are in G major?
1.
How many sharps are in G major?
1.
1. How many flats are in G flat major?
6.
Okay, I can teach a second grader to answer faster than you. Remember this, it's the rule of 7s. If G major has 1 sharp, G flat major will have 6 flats.
Okay.
Which means there's only one natural note, doesn't it? What is it? F. If it's sharp in one of the keys, it's not in the other. How many flats in E flat major?
3.
So add the 7. How many sharps in E major? Bingo. Yes, and we keep you in college for 4 years and you never learn it that easy. Right? It's that easy. How many flats in F major? And what's the flat in F major?
B flat.
That means the other key is going to be F sharp. And the 1 flat B is going to be the 1 natural note in F sharp.
Yep.
They make it hard. All of it's that easy. You don't count higher than 7. The highest number you might get to might be 13, right? 7 letters, A to G. Right? And if you're playing a bass, only a few rhythms you'll ever have to read. It's easy. And so I got heavily into theory, and I try to make it easier for people. It's easy.
Whoa.
I'll be faster. I said I'll be fast. No, next. Okay, yes. Is my confidence a part of practice?
So you see your lick, and you say, I can do that, and you just in 1 hour know the whole lick or the whole song.
No, I don't. If I'm learning something, I don't attach a time to it, unless I need to. Chick Career hires me for Saturday. There's a time limit. I need it. But like when I was learning Stanley Jordan, no one was going to hire me to tap, so there was no time limit. All right. But I am confident. I'm very, very confident. Because I do believe if you can do it, I can do it. I can't do it like you.
And you picture yourself doing it.
I picture myself doing it, yeah. Absolutely. Totally. The brain is, that's a big part of my journey here with this dystonia, is picturing it and feeling it, right? Big part of it, yeah. But I'm a very, very confident person. But don't mistake confidence with arrogance, right? We all have a fingerprint that's never been here, ever. In the history of humankind's past, present, and future, your fingerprint will not be here again. That means you have a gift that no one else in the world has. Maybe the difference between you and me is I heard this as a young kid. But in America, you have to think about, my brothers and I were born in the 50s and 60s. America was different. I hope this isn't offensive. It was definitely different for people of color and women. So my mom and my dad knew that if you don't know who you are, the world's going to try to tell you. And they weren't telling us the truth about ourselves back then. So our parents made sure that we knew, and we brought that to every party we entered. Right? And my brothers still have it. You know? But with that, we're no better than you. I don't think of it that way. But I do know who I am, and I have the utmost confidence in myself. And yes, you can practice it.
You had a question.
First of all, thank you, also like him, because you are actually the reason I started to play. I bought myself a bass during pandemic. I didn't even know who you were. I was a singer. I knew anything about bass. I didn't know Jaco Pastores, anybody. And I was watching actually your videos, playing, motivational talking, all of this. And well, you convinced me to try to play a bass, and now after 5 years, I'm 50 years old, I'm a bass player. So thank you.
Thank you. Are you playing in a band?
Yes.
Because we got 5 years playing in a band already. That's
It's a
it.
jazz band actually, but
Jazz band, that's great. Wow.
doing standards.
That's amazing.
Yeah, doing standards, like the right
Amazing.
thing to play without craziness.
Thank you for doing it.
Yeah, thank you.
There's just time for a few more.
Sorry, what was the
Oh, no,
question?
yeah. Just thought you wanted to compliment.
No,
Yeah.
my question is, what was your hardest struggle, if you had any, when you started? If there's any area, did you really, oh my God, this is really not working, I really have to practice on that? Because you also pioneered some technique. And okay, you started with one very young, with one
Sure.
note only, but then you developed technique.
The hardest real struggle that I can remember was having to learn a song because we got to play a wedding or something coming up on Saturday. And I'm looking out the window while Reggie's teaching my parts, and all my friends are playing outside in the street, and I'm inside playing this part that's hard. You know, I'm crying, Reggie, I can't do it, Reggie. And Reggie, oh, it's all right, I know it's hard now. You're gonna be, but you know, next week you're gonna be laughing at how easy it is now. You'll get it. And my friends are outside. I can remember that because I was a kid, and we were playing. Most of the times we played a gig, it would be from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That was our normal time with a 45-minute break in the middle. So, you know, I was young and sleepy and tired, and my friends are outside playing. So I didn't always want to do it. That's the hardness I can remember. I don't remember things like being hard technique-wise and stuff. Reggie, we used to play a song by Larry Graham, Sly and the Family Stone, called Everyday People. And the bass line was it. Oh. I detuned if you ever fly with a guitar underneath the plane, detune the strings. Because if it gets cold and the neck flexes, it could pop your strings. So
There was a guy tuned before, so maybe.
Jack. I also practice, every bass player, learn the tune. I don't mean learn the tune faster. Practice it, because I'm in tune. Within a minute while we're talking, I've practiced it, right? I just know my tuner, so learn how to do it. And learn how to do it fast. So, sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong. You know that song? I am everyday people. So imagine if I'm 6 or 7 and we're playing this song and it's already midnight. On the record, it might be 3.5 minutes long. On the dance floor, it might be 15.5 minutes long. My little, shoulder's getting tired. So Reggie showed me how to use my thumb like a pick. That doubled my endurance. That's where double thumbing came from for me. It wasn't a new bass technique, it was necessity. Literally. So because I needed it, I learned it fast. Then it was years later that I started doing other stuff with it. But that's where it came from. So, talking about hard, playing one note for 15 minutes when you're already sleepy was hard. So Reggie gave me tools. Yeah. Hey, check this out. See it this way. Come on. Not too now. See if I get any power out of it. Okay, here we go. Try this again. This is a key of G major. Minor, rather. Minor. I'm going to take a solo. If I'm going to solo in the key of G minor, what notes can I use? I know enough theory to know I can use a G. What else can I use?
B flat.
Say it again?
B flat.
B flat.
E flat.
E flat.
E flat.
D. Yeah, F. Somebody said D. Okay, I heard the right answer over here. What was it? All of them. Okay? So as soon as I mention theory, you guys show me how much theory you in. The answer is simple. If I'm going to solo, I can play whatever I want, right? So, check this out. I'm going to solo for you as best I can at the moment, but I'm not going to use any of the right notes. I'm not going to use any of those that you said, G, A, B flat, D, E flat, F. I'm only going to use the 5 you didn't say. Listen closely. Oh, sorry, I played a B flat. Apologize. So, wrong note, right? But listen, if I just played in rhythm, what? The power of rhythm. Look at your hands, right? Yeah. That's the power of rhythm. They call us the rhythm section, but we don't use it. So if I can play all the wrong notes, here's the right note. Here's the wrong note. Which solo you like better, the right note or the wrong note?
The wrong note.
Okay, why you like the wrong note sound one better? Groove. So what's more important, the right note or the groove?
The groove.
I rest my case. Heard that before,
Wooten Brothers at 7 at the main stage, so see you all there. Thanks
All
for
right.
coming.